to a retro ranking where you just don't know what you're going to get, and this week it's not even pop, rock, classical, it's TV themes again. I like doing these TV themes, and this one is all about US cop themes, some of the great cop based shows from the United States. And there's some old classics in here, there's some newer ones as well. And it's a real different mixture of music. I've got 10 and I've got some honourable mentions, so we'll crack on. So coming in at number 10, we have the theme from Columbo, starring the wonderful Peter Falk as Lieutenant Columbo. Ran from 2 pilots from 68 and 71, and then it ran to 1978. I love this piece of music. It's just, when I hear this, I just picture Columbo in that real old battered car, driving to the scene and that. I just think it's a quirky little bit of music, and I love Columbo. I just love his "just one more thing" sort of thing. I like how the thing, it's one of them series that you knew who did the killing, but it was the breakdown that Columbo did to him. That's why I love watching Columbo. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, number 9. Now this actually got in the charts back in the when the it was an original series was out in the 70s. We featured it the other week. But this is the theme to SWAT. It came out in 1975, but this is the music from this TV series of started in 2017 and starred Shemar Moore, who's also in Criminal Minds. This is a really good. They took the original composer Barry DeVerzon, who did the original, but Robert Duncan jazzed it up. I do like this series. I've not seen any of the originals because you can't find it, but I have been watching this, and their 7th season started in just a few weeks ago, so I'm watching it at the moment. It's a very good series. I think Robert Duncan brought it up to date because it needed to be, and it's an absolute gem. Just classic. They took that classic 70s cop show theme and just jazzed it up. Okay, coming in at number 8, one of my favourites. This is shows, and it's the theme from Starsky and Hutch, starring the late David Soul and Paul Michael Glaser. Characters like Huggy Bear. The music to this is absolutely brilliant. Now, there was 3 versions of it. Now I like the first one, which is this one. It's the one where Paul Michael Glaser rolls over the bonnet of the famous car, and I can't remember what song it is, the red car with the white stripe. Very iconic. I just love this. It's got action written all over it, this track. Absolutely brilliant. Written by Lairo Schifrin, who wrote quite a lot. It's just one of the classic TV cop shows. Always remember Saturday night, stay up and watch Starsky and Hutch and Match of the Day. Perfect. Okay, coming in at number 7, we go. This is 70s. This goes back, and it's the original theme to Hawaii 5-0. Remember that? I didn't realise that the original aired for 12 seasons between 1968 and 1980. Okay, they've redone it, but I'm not so keen on it. But I remember watching this because it was big. The star show Jack Lord as Steve McCarrott. And it's got that famous Book 'em Dano. Yeah, at the beginning, the waves, then the boats, and I think the music just captured captured it really well. Written by Morton Stevens. I just remember watching this as a kid, and I love it. Okay, coming in number 6. Now this is a real modern tune, and it's probably, I would say, one of my favourite shows. It's still on now. I think we're up to season. I don't know how many seasons it is, but it's been going. It was a sort of from another series I like, which was Jag. It was a spin-off of Jags, and it's NICS, the original. I just like its thing. It's about the Navy police, of course. It's drama. It's got a little bit of comedy in it, and it's got some of my favourite characters. It had the wonderful David McCallum as Ducky, of course. Mark Harmon, Gibbs, the wonderful character to know, so McGee, but everyone's favourite, of course, was Ziva David, played by the wonderful Pablo Ducote. And I love this. It's a modern sort of dancey tune, but it's absolutely brilliant. And apparently this is the 7th longest running scripted primetime series overall. And the music's actually done by someone called Numa Rikalab. Absolutely brilliant series, and I still like watching it today, even though the cast has changed. But it's just a good fun show with a bit of seriousness, and I like all the spin-offs as well, sad as I am. Okay, coming in at number 5. Now we're going back into the 80s, and one of the classic, and it was a hard-hitting, controversial for the time, and it's the wonderful Hill Street Blues. Written by, of course, Mike Post, who wrote loads. The A-Team, the Rockford Files, Magnum P.I., and he actually produced Van Halen 3 album, but I would keep that under your hat. But an NYPD Blue, another great show about Hill Street Blues. This was a track that got into the charts. I love this. The piano work on this is fantastic. And it came out of that famous line, "Be careful out there," which adapted into many workplaces. Doesn't matter what you were doing, be careful out there. Another great piece of music, very iconic, very for the time, and it is a great TV show. So it is, I'd say, one of the most iconic theme tunes. Okay, coming in number 4, we're doing another American show. And it's actually based on a real person, and we're talking about the theme from Bones. Now, it's loosely based on the life and novels of a forensic anthropologist, Kathy Wright, who's also a producer of this show. Stars the wonderful Emily Deschanel as Temperance Bones Brennan, and David Boreanaz as Seeley Booth. Some wonderful characters in this. Michaela Collin, T.J. Hine played Hodges, John Francis Daly has played Sweets. Some wonderful characters, and also Michaela Collin, who played Angela, her dad was played by the one and only Mr. Billy Gibbons. He sort of played himself. Now, this music, again, is more modern, and it's composed by Peter Hammerson and Song Gallery, and it's just it really suits the modern day TV series. I wouldn't normally like this if it was a single, but I do like this. It's quirky, and it just things. I love the keyboards in it. I do love this show. Good song. Okay, number 3. Another one I loved. It's a theme from Castle. 8 seasons, ran from 2009 to 2016. Starring Nathan Fillion, who now stars in The Rookie, which is another good star for the lovely Stana Katic as Kate Beckett, who was a play. Now, Richard Castle was a writer, and Kate Beckett was a detective in the homicide. And how he got, you wouldn't have him in real life, but he just became this detective. And then they getting married, and the romance is just brilliant, and it didn't spoil the action. And I love this. It's a very short piece of music, but it's absolutely brilliant. The guitar work is good, and again, it's drama with a bit of comedy. It's really, really good. Again, composed by Robert Duncan, and this time with Pink Planet. It's absolutely wonderful. Great music, great show. Wonderful. Okay, my number 2. Another great one. This ran from 2003 to 2010, and it's the theme from Cold Case. Now, they were a sort of, I always call this the American version of New Tricks with a twist. They weren't ex-detectives, but they were all detectives. Starred Catherine Morris as Lily Rush, who headed up the thing. It's set in Philadelphia. This music is so dramatic. It was written by composer Helmut Franz Vichelon. Some great actors in this that play this. You've got John Stillman, a great actor. John Stillman played by the actor John Finn. We had Jerry Ratford as Nick Vera, Will Jeffries, the wonderful Tom Barry, and Danny Pino, that starred in lots of stuff, and he played Scotty Valens. I think this music just suits the series. It's dramatic. What the other thing I liked about this series, whatever case I was going, because it's all about cold cases, and if something took part in 1981, Journey's Don't Stop Believing was sort of music. It's wonderful, and I love at the end of this show when they've solved the case, because it goes backwards and forwards, and the ghost of the person the safe code always appears to someone like Lily Rush, or even everyone sort of thing. It's a wonderful show, and it's a wonderful piece of music. But my number 1, now this is a show that has had an original run, and it's come back, and it's not a copper, it's a lawyer, and it's the theme from Perry Mason. Absolutely brilliant. And Raymond Burr made this character, although other people, but it's Raymond Burr that really did it. It's a wonderful piece of music, composed by Fred Steiner. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, the initial run, and people say it ran from 1957 to 1966, and then they brought it back. But I just love this piece of music, and people have covered it on. I think even The Art of Noise have done a version of this somewhere. Absolutely brilliant piece of music. But what made it even better, he was more than a lawyer, Perry Mason. He was an investigative and not lawyer. He was just very passionate and wanted to sort everything out. So there's my top 10 songs, and I'm hoping it's brought back a few memories for you. I have got some honourable mentions, of course. The first one is the theme from Shaft, movies and a TV series, made famous by Isaac Hayes, the thing. But I just love this. It's funky, and when you hear that guitar, you know what it is. You know it's Shaft. Absolutely brilliant piece of music. I love that. I love the film, and I've seen bits of the TV series when it's been on telly, or you can find them on YouTube. My next one, the theme from Kojak, Coochie Coo and all that. Lieutenant Theo Kojak, played, of course, wonderfully by Telly Savalas. Lollipops. Ran from 73 to 78, and I do remember this on telly. Who loves your baby, and all them sort of things. And of course that famous line, because his brother was in this. Was it Stavros? And yes, Lieutenant. Yeah, great. It is. I think it's a great TV show. And in 1999, this one was ranked number 18 on the Kojak. It was number 18 on its 50 greatest TV characters. But my last one is an old, really old one, and I remember watching this. The theme from the Streets of San Francisco, composed by Patrick Williams. A great show, starred Carl Malden and a very young Michael Douglas. It's an iconic theme tune. It's just classic TV cop theme from America. Dramatic. The opening scenes, as remember, it's thing. I mean, I used to see reruns of it, and if it's ever on telly, if I ever see it in the channel, I'll always go and watch an episode of The Streets of San Francisco. So there we go. There's a little bit of memory of some cop shows, new and old, from America, and some of the great themes of them sort of shows. Okay, that's all for today. Tomorrow is Marathon Day, and we've got a viewer's request, and it's for a really fine composer, singer, the one and only Mr. John Martin. So that's for tomorrow. So have a great day, everyone, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.